Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1980 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the Milwaukee Brewers. On the mound for Detroit, making his first start, is Jim Bibby, whose record is 9-7 with a 3.62 ERA. And pitching for the home team is Jim Slaton, whose record is 6-6 with a 3.62 ERA. And so yesterday we started off the second half of the season with a 3-1 victory. Jason Thompson and Lou Whitaker both hit home runs, and Jack Morris got his team leading 10th win. And today, with Jim Bibby on the mound, he'll be making his Tigers debut. We got him in the trade just 2 days ago from the Pirates, and we traded away Rick Peters, our backup center fielder, for Bibby and for Omar Marino. So I feel we got the better part of that deal, at least for the season. I'm on the Milwaukee Brewers page because I just wanted to show you their pitching staff real quick before we get started today. It looks like the Brewers are making some inter-team changes. They brought up Teddy Higuera, who was supposed to make his major league debut today, but they skipped him and went to Slaton. So we're facing Slaton, and you can see they brought up Lance Routson as well. And they have Bill Travers and Paul Mitchell and Jaime Kokenhauer, which we've seen the three of them pitch against us this year. So the Brewers are making some changes within their team, and so maybe they're improving for the second half. So let's go ahead and get started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. We just finished the All-Star break, which was a lot of fun. The All-Star game that I uploaded to YouTube is one of my most popular videos. So I appreciate everyone watching that, and we're going to go ahead and get this game started. As you can see here, Jim Bibby is on the mound for us today. I'll give you some backstory on Jim Bibby momentarily. All of the bullpen is healthy since Jack went 8 and 2/3 innings, and I brought in Senior Smoke to close it out. And the only difference in our lineup today is I put Carlton Fisk on the bench for today, and I've brought in Champ Summers to DH. Okay, let's pull up the stats here, and we're going to go ahead and do the lineup rundown with the 1980 Topps baseball card showing over here on the right side. So batting leadoff for Detroit and playing second base is Lou Whitaker. This is his up-to-date stats. You can feel free to pause it and take a longer look if you like. Batting second is Alan Trammell at shortstop. Batting third and playing third base is Richie Hebner. Batting cleanup and in left field is Steve Kemp. Batting fifth and catching today is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth and playing first base is Jason Thompson. Batting seventh and DHing is Champ Summers. Batting eighth and in right field is Gary Hancock. And finally, batting ninth is the newly acquired Omar Marino. And on the mound for Milwaukee is Jim Slaton. He is 6-6 with a 3.62 ERA. He has 41 Ks in 99 innings with a 277 opponent's batting average and 2 complete games with 1 shutout. You'll see here that he did play for the Tigers for 1 season. We traded Ben Ogilvie right here for Jim Slaton for that 1 season. And then he left the Tigers for free agency and went right back to Milwaukee. Okay, so here's Sweet Lou leading off the game at Milwaukee County Stadium. And Whitaker is going to ground it to second, and that's the first out. So one down for Tram. Tram strikes out. So two down, and here is Richie Hebner. And Hebner's going to get a base hit to right field. And we have a runner at first. For Steve Kemp, Kemp is 0 for 3 this season against Slaton, and he walks. So first and second. And here's Lance Parrish. And Parrish hits a blooper over the shortstop's head, and it's going to be caught by the left fielder, Ben Ogilvie. And so we head to the bottom of the first. Here is the lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers. Batting first and DHing is rookie Randy Reddy. Batting second and playing third base is Jim Gantner. Batting third and at second base is Paul Molitor. Batting fourth and in center field is Stormin Gorman Thomas. Batting fifth and at first base is Cecil Cooper. Batting sixth and in left field is Ben Ogilvie. Batting seventh and in right field is Sixto Lezcano. And batting eighth and playing shortstop today is Hall of Famer Robin Yount. And finally, catching and batting ninth is Buck Martinez. And here's Jim Bibby, and we'll show you his stats so far this season. He had 21 starts for Pittsburgh this year, 9-7 with a 3.62 ERA. He has 79 Ks in 139 innings. Opponent's batting average is .248 with one complete game. This season, in 1980, in real life, Bibby went 19-6 with a 3.32 ERA. It was his best season. He finished third in the Cy Young. And then after 1980, he only made 26 more career starts. He had a torn rotator cuff at one point and missed all of 1 year. And then he bounced around for a couple of seasons. One of the things that I thought was interesting is in 1974, he made 41 starts and he almost went 20-20. 20 wins, 20 losses. That is almost unheard of for a modern day pitcher. So here we go. Batting leadoff for the Brewers is Randy Reddy. And Reddy lines it to Trammell at short. So one down for Jim Gantner. Gantner strikes out swinging for the second out. And here's Hall of Famer Paul Molitor, and he also strikes out swinging. So a great first inning debut for Jim Bibby as he strikes out two of the first three batters. And we head to the top of the second with Jason Thompson leading off. He hit his sixth home run of the year in yesterday's game as he grounds out to second baseman Paul Molitor. So one down. Here's Champ Summers getting a spot start today at DH. He grounds it right back to Jim Slaton for the second out. So two down for Gary Hancock, who has one home run against Slaton this year. Hancock is definitely struggling as he grounds it to second. He was over 330 for most of the first half of the season against right-handers, as now he's dipped down to 290. So we head to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Here's Gorman Thomas. Most of the Brewers staff will be making their first appearance against Jim Bibby since Bibby was in the National League. Gorman Thomas pops up to Hebner at third. That brings up Cecil Cooper, who's going to get a base hit up the middle. That's the first hit of the game as center fielder Omar Moreno boots it, allowing Cooper to go to second base. So runner in scoring position as Ben Ogilvie comes to the plate. One down. And of course, Ogilvy's going to get a base hit to left field. Cooper scores easily. And the newly acquired Moreno has already committed his first error. And that's primarily the reason I have him. He's not a particularly good hitter, but his fielding is exceptional. So he commits his first error, runner at first base, and Lezcano is going to pop it up for the second out. So 2 down, and Robin Yount comes to the plate. He's batting .338 with 14 home runs, and Yount grounds it to short. So the Brewers are on top 1-0 as we head to the top of the third inning. And Omar Moreno is going to lead off the inning, hopefully making up for his error. Yes, he is. He's going to hit it right into the gap into left center field. And he ends up on third base with a triple. That's 2 triples in 2 games for Moreno as a Detroit Tiger. Brewers are not pulling their infield in, so I'm going to let Whitaker swing away. Sweet Lou had a home run yesterday, and Whitaker walks. So first and third, nobody out. We're going to hit and run. Trammell's 1 for 3 with a strikeout against Slaton. And he's going to hit it on a line to left field. It gets down. Moreno scores. Whitaker advances to third. And it's 1-0. And we have got a little bit of a rally going. I said 1-0, but I mean the score is tied at 1. So, with 1 down, nobody out, runners at first and third. I'm going to let Richie Hebner swing away. And he's going to hit a line drive to right field. It's caught by the right fielder, and Lou Whitaker is going to tag up and score. So, sac fly for Hebner. Trammell remains at first base. We're going to have him attempt to steal second. And let's see what happens here. Inside pitch, and he's caught stealing by the backup catcher, Buck Martinez. So we take a little risk there, and Trammell's caught stealing. So 2 down for Steve Kemp. And Kemp's going to hit a blooper over the shortstop, Robin Yount, and that is going to be caught by the left fielder. So that is the third out of the inning, and we've killed our own rally. As we head to the bottom of the third, here's Buck Martinez, who's making his first start of the series. And he is a mediocre backup catcher, but he threw out Trammell. So as he leads off the inning, he hits a high fly ball to left field. Kemp has it for the first out. So 1 down, and we're back to the top of the lineup with Randy Reddy, who's DHing today. He grounds it to short. That's the second out. And that will bring up Jim Gantner, who strikes out looking. So that's 3 Ks in 3 innings for Jim Bibby. We head to the top of the fourth. And big wheel Lance Parrish leads off the inning. And he's going to get a base hit past Molitor at second base. And Parrish is on first with nobody out. So these are our 2 slowest base runners. Let's hope Thompson does not hit a ground ball. In fact, he's going to get a base hit to right. Parrish hustles to third base. And it's first and third, nobody out. For Champ Summers, let's see if we can get a little rally going ourselves here. No, Champ Summers is going to strike out swinging. And that will bring up the struggling Gary Hancock. And I know this is a potential double play. Instead, Hancock gets a base hit into right field. Parrish scores. Thompson holds at second base, and we take a 3-1 lead on the RBI by Gary Hancock. And so it's 1 down. Here's Omar Moreno, who had a triple in his first at-bat, scored the game's first run for Detroit. And Moreno gets a base hit to left field. And, oh man, what are we going to do? Thompson's the slowest runner, and I just can't risk it. No, we do have a 3-1 lead. Let's do it. It's only going to be the second out if he's caught. And he is safe at home. So good job by Thompson as he scores from second on the base hit by Moreno. Scores 4-1 as we have runners at first and second, one down. Back to the top of the lineup for Sweet Lou. And Lou's going to ground it to first. And they can't turn a double play. They just get Whitaker at first. Runners at second and third. And here's Trammell with 2 down. Oh, and Trammell strikes out swinging. So we put another 2 spot up on the board. And it's 4-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. Paul Molitor will lead off the inning. Molitor hits a line drive to right field. And Hancock has it for the first out. So 1 down. Here's Gorman Thomas. Thomas grounds it right back to Bibby. And Bibby throws him out at first. So 2 down. And here's Cecil Cooper. And Cooper strikes out looking. So 4 Ks now for Bibby in his Tiger debut. Looking really good. If it wasn't for the error by Moreno, the game would be scoreless for the Brewers. So here we are, top of the fifth. Richie Hebner leading off the inning. Hebner hits a rainbow to center field, and that's the first out. 1 down. Here is Steve Kemp, 0 for 4 with a walk against Slaton so far this season. And he lines out to left field. Ben Ogilvie makes the catch. So 2 down for Lance Parrish. And Parrish is going to get another base hit to center field. And we're going to hold him at first. We're not going to risk that. Although, Thompson is way out there. He's got to make a 187-foot throw. Yeah, we're going to risk it. I mean, Parrish is a catcher, but let's see what happens. Oh, no, he was lumbering around first base and couldn't make it. So he's thrown out at second base. And that's the third out of the inning. So we're not going to fault Parrish for hustling when you're up 3 runs. So we head to the bottom of the fifth. Jim Bibby sitting at 60 pitches. And Ben Ogilvie leads off the inning. And he hits a high fly ball into right center field. And the right fielder Hancock has it for the first out. So 1 down for Sixto Lezcano. Lezcano grounds it to Trammell. 2 down. And that's going to bring up Rob Yount. And Yount is going to hit a high fly ball out toward Kemp in left field, right at the warning track. And he catches it for the third out. So we're going to switch over the season stats to the in-game stats. A little more to look at as the Tigers have put up 4 runs with 8 hits so far. Jason Thompson's going to lead off against Jim Slaton here in the 6th. Slaton at 91 pitches as he strikes out Thompson. So that's 4 strikeouts for Slaton. Here's Champ Summers with 1 down. Summers rips it to left field, right past the third baseman. And he holds at first base. That's 9 hits for Detroit. So we're going to let Gary Hancock swing away. Normally I try to put him in motion as Slaton is now listed as tired. Gary Hancock hits it into the right center field gap. And they are asking me, do I want to have him try to get a game inside the park home run? I'm going to say yes, but keep in mind, Barry Bonnell already had one of these for us this year. So here's our second chance, and he is safe at home. So 2 RBIs on the inside the park home run, and they're going to bring in a relief pitcher. They're bringing in Jerry Augustine. This is his 7th appearance this year, 1-0 with a 5.4 ERA. Opponents are batting .328 against him. So I like our chances, although he is a lefty, and we have a primary lefty lineup. So we're going to take out Omar Moreno, and we're going to bring in Bob Baylor. And this is because they are platooning with a lefty-righty. So we're going to give Bob Baylor a chance to score some runs and get some outs in the outfield. As Baylor walks, And runner at first. Here's Sweet Lou. We're up 6-1 now. And Lou goes down swinging. So that's the second strikeout. So with 2 outs, second out of the inning, first strikeout for Augustine. So with 2 outs, here's Alan Trammell. And Trammel's going to hit a high fly ball into right field, and it's caught for the 3rd out. So Baylor's going to take over in center field, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. And here's Buck Martinez. Buck Martinez became a manager. He was a manager, I believe, of the Arizona Diamondbacks for a few years, and now he does color commentary for the Toronto Blue Jays. As he strikes out swinging to lead off the bottom of the 6th. So 1 down, here's Randy Reddy. Randy's going to get I called him Randy, but I meant to say Reddy. Reddy gets a base hit past Hebner at 3rd base. That's only the 3rd hit given up by Jim Bibby. So 1 down for Jimmy Gantner, runner at first. And Gantner's going to hit it down the right field line. Randy Reddy advances to 3rd base, and now it's 1st and 3rd, 1 down. For Paul Molitor, we're going to try to get a double play. I'm not really worried about the runner at 3rd, as Molitor hits a line drive into center field. Both runs scores. Molitor stops at 3rd base, and the Brewers put 2 more runs on the board, so it's 6-3 with 1 out. Here's Gorman Thomas. He's 0 for 2 today. And Thomas strikes out swinging. So, Bibby's at 79 pitches. 2 down. Here's lefty Cecil Cooper. We're going to give Bibby a chance now, as Cooper's going to get an infield hit, and that will score the 4th run, 3rd of the inning. And now the tying run is at the plate. It's slugger Ben Ogilvie, who is a lefty. I'm going to give Bibby a chance to get through this inning, as it's a 1-2 count, and Ogilvie does ground it to Whitaker, and that is the 3rd out. So we are going to the top of the 7th. Here's Richie Hebner. I'm going to take Hebner out and bring in Brookins, who's going to be the defensive replacement. So there's Tommy B. And Brookins is going to lead off by grounding it to short. So 1 down for Augustine, as Steve Kemp comes to the plate. And Kemp, as a lefty, hits lefties really well. Gets a base hit to left field. And no, we're not going to risk that. So runner at first base. Lance Parrish comes to the plate. He's only batting .210 versus lefties. So he struggles, but he's 2 for 3 today. As Augustine throws a wild pitch, Kemp advances to 2nd base. And now we have a runner in scoring position for Parrish. And Parrish is going to rip it to the opposite field down the right field line, coast into 2nd base with an RBI double. And Parrish is having a heck of a game, 3 for 4. And we get one of those runs back. Score is 7-4. And here's Jason Thompson, who does not do well at all versus lefties, only batting .140 this year. He pulls it to 2nd baseman Paul Molitor, and Molitor goes to 1st to get Thompson. Parrish advances to 3rd. And now we're looking at Champ Summers, who's 1 for 1 this year against Augustine. And he takes the 3rd strike looking. So that ends the inning. We get 1 run back on the board, 7-4. Bottom of the 7th. Here's Sixto Lezcano, 0 for 2 against Bibby so far today. And Lezcano grounds it right back to Bibby. And that's 1 down. Bibby's sitting at 94 pitches. So he's getting close to his max. There we go. As another infield hit from Robin Yount. And Bibby is at 99. This will probably be the last opportunity with Buck Martinez, a number 9 hitter. And Bibby gets a ground ball to Whitaker. That could be 2. It is. So we got Bibby through 7 innings. That'll be the end for him. And we head to the top of the 8th. Augustine is still in there at 32 pitches. And Gary Hancock's going to lead off. Hancock, as you know if you followed along, only has 1 hit all year versus lefties. But he's 2 for 3 today with the inside the park home run. And there we go. There's his second hit as he singles to right field. So you know it's a good day when one of your worst hitters gets a base hit against a lefty. So runner at first. Here's Bob Baylor getting a second plate appearance. He's walked both times now as Baylor trots down to first. Hancock is at second. And here's Sweet Lou, who struck out against Augustine. And he just catches this one, pops it up on the infield. And that's the first out. And now they're going to bring in another lefty. They're going to bring in Frank DiPino. He's a rookie. This is his 22nd game. He's got a 2-0 record with a 2.79 ERA. Opponent's batting average is .250. He's got 3 saves and 4 chances. And they're bringing him in against Alan Trammell, who's batting .277 versus lefties, and he rips a base hit to left field. Hancock has to stop at third. And so the bases are loaded for Tommy Brookins, who's been clutch in bases loaded performances this season. So certainly a double play, opportunity for a double play for the Brewers as Brookins hits it back to the pitcher. The run does score on that as they can only get the runner at second base. Brookins with the 94 speed is above average, so he beats it out. And he gets the RBI. So the Tigers are ahead now 8-4, runners at first and third. And Kemp walks for the 3rd time today. Nope, it only says 2nd time, so my bad. So bases are loaded once again. And here's Lance Parrish, who did get a hit against the lefty Augustine in his last appearance, his last at-bat. And in this situation, Parrish flies out to center field for the 3rd out. So as I mentioned, that's it for Jim Bibby. Strong performance. Defense kind of let him down a little bit. And here in the 8th, we're going to bring in Tobic, who struggled in his final couple of appearances before the All-Star break. So for Tobic, this is his 45th game. He's 4-1 with a 2.95 ERA, a 253 opponent's batting average, and he's got 1 save and 3 opportunities. And leadoff hitter Randy Reddy starts the inning. Tobic strikes him out looking, so that's 1 down. Here's a lefty, Jim Gantner, and he's going to rip it down the right field line. Coasts into second with a double. So 1 down. Gantner is at second base. And even with a 4-run lead, I do not feel comfortable with my bullpen, as Molitor grounds it to Thompson at first. He steps on the bag for the 2nd out, and Gantner pulls into third base. And Gorman Thomas has a chance here to get the Brewers within 2. And he's going to walk. And now with back-to-back lefties, I can't let Tobic pitch to them. That would be irresponsible. So we're going to bring in Cappy. And he has been outstanding. 23rd, this will be his 23rd appearance. No record with a 1.61 ERA and a 235 opponent's batting average. So he's going to be facing Cooper for the first time this year with runners at first and third. And he gets Cooper to ground it right back to the pitcher's mound, and that's the 3rd out. So now we head to the top of the 9th. Here's JT leading off the inning. And he grounds it to Molitor at second. And that is the 1st out. And that will bring up Champ Summers, who's 1 for 4 today with 2 Ks. And he's going to get a base hit past Yount, so he's got 2 hits on the day. And stays at first base. And look at this guy batting .080. He's riding high on that base hit against the lefty. In his previous at bat, 3 for 4 with a home run that inside the Parker. Oh, and he comes back down to earth as he watches his third strike go by. And now Bob Baylor's going to be coming to the plate. He's walked both plate appearances. And he's going to ground it weakly back to shortstop, and that's the third and final out. So we're going to let Capizzello pitch to Ben Ogilvy, and then we'll bring in a righty to close out the game. Oh no, Ogilvy's going to get a base hit into left center field, and he stops at third base with a triple. So now we have to bring in the closer. I was just going to bring in maybe Tom Hume or something, but let's lock this game down. This run means nothing at third. So Lezcano rips it to left for a double, and Ogilvy scores, and it's now 8-5 Detroit as that lead is shrinking. Still nobody out, and Lopez was really terrible before the All-Star break. He got the save yesterday, and he gets Robiniak to ground it to second. So 1 out, runner at third. Here's Buck Martinez. And Lopez hits Martinez right in the hip. So now we have some decisions to make. We're going to guard the line. We can't have any extra base hits. And Randy Reddy's going to ground it right back up the middle. And Trammell can only get the lead runner at second. The runner from third scores, and now it's 8-6. And it's a lefty up now. Gantner has no power, so I'm not worried about him hitting a home run. And I really want Lopez to face Molitor, so we're going to take a risk. And Gantner's going to hit a high fly ball to right field. And that will be the third out. And the game is over. Tigers win 8-6. Made it close at the end. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the transactions. And there's nothing new of note. Let's go ahead and pull up the box score and we'll get out of here. We've won the first 2 games after the All-Star break. We hit 50 wins as we sit at in third place. We're still 6 games back. So the Yankees must still be winning. And there's the box score with Gary Hancock getting his 12th home run on the inside the park home run. Jim Bibby gets his first win for the Tigers, 10-7 overall. And Jim Slaton takes the loss. And that's it here from County Stadium. Until tomorrow, everyone, have a great night.